Hey, what's up, Barry? John, aka Operation iDroid here, and welcome to my live reaction of the Winter 2016 ANICHART. Now, what I mean by that is that I'm going to be going over the whole entire ANICHART and looking over every single anime that will be coming out in this upcoming Winter 2016 season, and just kind of deciding whether I want to watch a few series and letting you guys know some of the series that I will be watching. So, if you're excited to be looking over the ANICHART with me and seeing everything that will be coming out this year or this season at the end of the year, and kind of just deciding what we're going to watch on the channel, then please leave a like and continue to watch this video because your opinion means a lot to me on whether or not I decide to try some series out or just decide to throw them in the trash and never look back. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna head straight to the ANICHART website. I'll have it linked in the description for all of you guys. So if you want to follow along with me, we can do that. So without any further ado, let's head into the ANICHART. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm at the ANICHART, and honestly, there's not that many anime this season. Like as you can see, it stops right here. So, with that being said, let's just look over all of them, with our first one being Active Raid. So, Active Raid is an original anime set in part of Tokyo that has descended into quagmire. That's such a funny word when people use quagmire because it reminds me of Family Guy. A quagmire is just like a bad situation. The story follows Unit 8 of the 5th Special Public Security Section's 3rd Mobile Assault Division. Wow, that is long. Popularly called the 8th. Okay, that honestly lowers the name. Who don powered armor will wear I can't read exoskeletons to counter the rise in crime. So this anime is clearly action. Its genre is action mecha police. So I mean, I don't necessarily think it's bad. I don't know. It just doesn't entice me enough. Like on first impressions alone, like the poster's okay. The plot seems like meh. But we'll have to see. I will definitely be looking into more of each of these animes if you guys suggest that, oh, you should check out and learn more about this anime and maybe watch episode 1. So be sure to let me know what animes you would like me to watch in the comment section below. But right now, Active Raid is just like, I don't know about that. But speaking of anime I do know about, we have Ajin, with just the poster alone looks sick as hell. Like, that's nice. That is very nice. And its summary is, for high schooler K and for at least 46 others, immortality comes as the nastiest surprise ever. Sadly for K, such a feat doesn't make him a superhero. In the eyes of both the general public and government, he's a rare specimen who needs to be hunted down and handed over to scientists to be experimented on for life. A demi-human who must... God, I can't... A demi-human who must die 1,000 deaths for the benefit of humanity. So far that actually sounds pretty decent. It's adventure, horror, mystery, seinen. I was not expecting that. Supernatural. I don't know. The poster to me just looks super cool, and the plot is actually pretty cool. Like, it seems that in many animes, people are just like trying to not get immortality and take it away from the bad guys, but our main character is just given immortality, and he's running away from humans that are kind of trying to learn more about immortality from him, and there's 46 others of him, so it seems pretty cool. Like, I think I will definitely be giving episode 1 a shot and doing a live reaction of that when it does come out. So Ajin seems pretty decent from Polygon Pictures. Going on to the next one, we have I don't even know why I tried to say these Japanese names. Akagami no Shirayuki-hime 2, which I heard a lot of good things about this anime. As you can see, there's not much of a summary. It's just second season of this anime. And I've actually heard a lot of good things about this anime when season 1 came out. And I think that I'm going to be watching season 1 like quick right before this season comes out so that I can watch season 2 as it airs. So if any of you guys are a fan of this show, I think it's Snow White with red hair is the English name, like something like that. If you guys are fans of that, I will be watching season 1 on my own, and then I'll be watching season 2 with you guys as it airs in the winter 2016 simulcast. So yes, this is definitely a show I will be watching. And speaking of shows that I will be watching, we have Assassination Classroom. season 2. For those that know that have been on the channel for a while, you know that I read Assassination Classroom every week. So I'm a huge Assassination Classroom fan, and the reason that I got into Assassination Classroom was because of season 1 that aired almost a year ago, and actually less than a year ago. So I'm super excited for season 2. It's going to be a 24 episode anime too. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 24. Yeah, it's going to. I don't know actually about that. I hope it's 24 because I'm pretty sure that the first one was 24. So why wouldn't they do this one 24 too? Nonetheless, Assassination Classroom, great freaking manga, great anime, and I cannot wait for Assassination Classroom. If you haven't seen season 1, yo, do yourself a favor. Go watch season 1 before season 2 airs so that we can watch season 2 together in a couple of weeks in the winter 2016 season. But moving on, we have Ano Katana no 4 Rhythm by Studio Gonzo. And now this is based on a visual novel, and the story is set on an archipelago of 4 islands far south of Japan, or even the South Seas. It is all but a different world from modern Japan. From the discovery of gravitons came the dream invention of anti-graviton shoes that let people fly the skies. They introduced people to a new realm by enabling flight with just one's own body strength. Without feathers or engines, this led to the rise of the sport of flying circus. The protagonist, who once hoped for a future in this sport, suffered a setback due to an overwhelming defeat and withdrew from the sport for this and some other reason. However, he met the transfer student Asuka Kuroshina, and in teaching her to fly the skies, the old passion returned. He takes part in the flying circus again. So this is romance school sci-fi. I feel like it has a little bit of sports genre in there as well because they developed like this own sport called flying circus. I don't know how I feel about this, mostly because the poster just straight up just only has girls, and clearly they were talking about a male. Yeah, they're talking about a male main character, so like why isn't he on the poster? Like, and that always like kind of throws me off. Like, I don't know, I just don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I like sports anime, but I like real sports anime. You feel me? Like, flying circus is not real in this world. If it was, that'd be pretty fucking awesome, being able to fly just by putting on a pair of shoes. But I don't think it's for me, to be honest. So, moving on, we have Boku Daka ga Ane Machi by A1 Pictures. Just for it being by A1 Pictures, I'm already a little turned on by it because A1 Pictures is a great studio. Nonetheless, this is based on a manga, and it says Satoru Fujinoma is a young manga artist struggling to make a name for himself following his debut. But that was not the only thing in his life that Satoru was feeling frustrated about. He was also living with a strange condition only he was able to experience: revival. A strange phenomenon where one is transferred back to the moment right before something life-threatening occurs. This continues to happen until the cause of the threat is erased. It is as if somebody is forcing Satoru to stop it from happening. Then one day, everything is changed. What? I can't. Come on! I hate when you like scroll off and you can't. What truths are revealed when Satoru comes face to face with his own past? How will they affect his future? So this already sounds good to me. Its genres are mystery, psychological setting, supernatural, and just like the plot itself sounds good. He's a manga artist, and that's pretty cool. I actually haven't seen Bakuman, which a lot of people say is amazing, and it's about a manga artist, so I guess Bakuman fans may like this. However, it also has like this like kind of supernatural feel to it, where he has like this special power, and I think it's kind of cool. Like, I definitely do think that I'll be checking out episode 1 of this anime and doing a live reaction of it, simply because of the summary and the poster looks cool. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for good posters, and this poster looks pretty freaking awesome. So with that being said, definitely going to be giving this episode 1 a chance. And moving on, we have Bubukai Buranikai. Okay, that's a mouthful. When Izama Iki returns to Japan after 10 years, he gets assaulted by a group of armed men and becomes their prisoner. Damn, yo, he returns to Japan after 10 years and he gets assaulted. That sucks ass. Kogana Asubuki, a childhood friend, saves him with a weapon on her right hand known as the Bubukai, a weapon with its own mind. Azumi Iki, who is a Bubukai user himself, learns about the existence of Bubukai and goes on a journey alongside the companions he has found in an attempt to find and revive Oomi, a Buranki titan who sleeps underground. Action sci-fi by Studio Sanzigen. I don't really know how I feel about it. It kind of seems like it's a kid's show. Like, Not to hate or anything. Like, I love kids shows. I'm a huge fan of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, you name it. But it feels like very generic to me. Like, they have like some special like weapon. They go to revive someone, and as they're doing it, they meet enemies that try to stop them. That's what it sounds like to me. To be honest, I'm not completely sure. Maybe it is different than what I'm reading, but right now from the summary, I don't think it entices me enough to check out the episode 1. So with that being said, moving on, we have Dagashi Kasha, and this is a comedy shonen. Now, actually, I saw a trailer for this. Crunchyroll tweeted out like that a trailer came out, and I wasn't doing anything, so I watched it. And honestly, I don't think this is too bad. Like, for sure, there's gonna be a lot of fan service. It's gonna be a little ecchi, like I could tell immediately from the trailer. But let's read the summary. Kokonatsu's father owns a rural sweet shop, and his plan is for Kokonatsu to take it over one day. However, Kokonatsu wants to be a manga author instead. Look, another mangaka anime. One day in the summer, the cute but weird girl Shidare Hotaru from the famous sweets companies comes to pay a visit. Apparently, Kokonatsu's father is famous, and she wants him to join her family's company. However, he will only agree if she can convince Kokonatsu to take over the family business. So, this is gonna be ecchi as fuck, dude. Like, you can just tell by reading the summary. So, pretty much, we have this kid, right? And his dad owns a sweet shop, and then this, like, huge, like, sweet company wants to hire the dad to work for them because he's, like, a sweet mastermind. And it's a girl that comes to, like, get him to get hired, and then the guy's like, yo, if you could get my son to like take over the shop, then I'll work for you. And it's a girl. How does a girl persuade a guy? Yep. But I think it'll be funny. The trailer animation looked great. The character art looks great too. So maybe I'll be giving episode 1 a chance. It's a comedy, so that sounds good. I don't know why it's shonen though. Like, I don't understand why it's shonen, but nonetheless, I guess that's that. Maybe. That's a maybe. Next, we have Dimension W. In the year 2071, the world's energy problems seem to be solved by a network of cross-dimensional electric field inductors called coils that extract energy from a seemingly infinite source. The source is the W dimension, a fourth plane that exists beyond the X, Y, and Z dimensions. In this world, unofficial, illegal coils harness powers that the police can't hope to counter. Dealing with these coils is the job of coil-hating repo man Kiyoma, who's running with the unique coil android Mira. Leads the two to form a reluctant partnership. Source Funimation by Studio 3HZ. The poster's cool. Summary I think is okay. I may give this episode 1 a chance. It's action sci-fi setting. I'd say this one's a maybe too, to be honest. Definitely a maybe. Moving on, we have Divine Gate, which is actually based off a video game, which is interesting. When the Divine Gate opened, the living world, the heavens, and the underworld became connected, ushering an era of chaos where desires and conflicts intersect. To restore order, the World Council is formed. As peace is restored, the Divine Gate becomes an urban legend. In that world, boys and girls deemed fit by the World Council are gathered. They are the ones who aim to reach the gate for their personal objectives. Those who can reach the gate can remake the world. What lies beyond the gate? When they reach the door, will the world change? Will it be the past that changes, or will it be the future? So Divine Gate is a video game, and to be honest, it kind of sounds like Gate, which is right below it, which season 2 is going to be airing this season. So it's like, I don't really know. I don't know, especially since it's based off a video game. I feel like this is more catered toward the fans of that video game per se. And because I've never played the video game, I don't think I'd be that into it. And secondly, it's by Studio Period. And I honestly don't really like that studio. They kind of do a lot of canon in Naruto. They fucked up Tokyo Ghoul, and now I just don't like them. So I don't think I'll be giving that a shot. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Depends what you guys say. Nonetheless, we have Durara 2. It's the third part of Durara 2. Unfortunately, I have not seen Durara, but I've heard so many good things about it, and it, like, I really just have to sit down and like say like, yo, I'm gonna watch Durara, because there's a ton of episodes of it, but I just don't have time, especially because I still need to watch Snow White with the red hair. I think I'm probably saying the English name wrong, but you guys know I mentioned it. And not to mention, I've already started watching Gate, and I'll get to that more soon. But the next thing we have is Fairy Tail Zero. So Fairy Tail Zero, of course, if you don't know what Fairy Tail is, you've been living under a rock. It's insanely popular anime and manga, and Fairy Tail Zero is a prequel. Many years ago, Mavis Vermilion was a servant on Cirrus Island, mistreated by Guildmaster and his daughter Zara. But Mavis stayed positive because her mother once told her that fairies never visit people who cry about their problems. When the guild came under attack, Mavis pulled Zara from the wreckage into the forest. 7 years went by, and the powerful wizard Ward Sequin, Prech, and Yuri Dreyer arrived on the island, seeking a powerful jade gemstone. This journey would change the course of magical history. And then, as you can see, it says, the prequel depicts the founding of the Fairy Tail Guild. Now, I'm a fan of Fairy Tail. Like, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of Fairy Tail. I read, like, the first 300 chapters of the manga, and I was reading it weekly, like, 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago. But I eventually, like, fell off reading it weekly, and I have not caught up. But hopefully this prequel, I'm going to give episode 1 a chance, will kind of rekindle my fire for Fairy Tail, and we'll see what happens from there. So definitely I am going to be watching Fairy Tail Zero episode 1 for the Fairy Tail fans out there. Next we have Ganbare Lulo Lolo 3rd season. I haven't seen any of the other 2 seasons, so I can't watch that. Nonetheless, it low-key looks like a kid's show called Tiny Twin Bears, so I don't think I'll be... I haven't even seen the other season, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Next, we have Gate Season 2, which I kind of touched on earlier. I've been watching Gate. I'm on episode 9 right now, so please don't leave any spoilers in the comment section below. It's been pretty good. I only have like 2 episodes left, or maybe 3. I think it's 12 episodes, and I've really been enjoying it. And I watched it because I heard a lot of good things about Gate. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it. Season 2 is coming out this winter season, and we'll take it from there. And so far, I've been really enjoying Gate Season 1, and I think Gate Season 2 is going to be pretty freaking awesome. It's by A1 Pictures, another studio that I actually like. And with that being said, if you've seen Gate Season 1, then I hope that you'll watch Gate Season 2 with me. And if you haven't seen Gate Season 1, I would recommend you jump on that, dude. Gate is pretty fucking solid, I'm not going to lie. Nonetheless, moving on, we have Haito Gensou no Grimgar, which is based on a light novel. And the poster looks pretty cool. And I actually saw the trailer for this too. Same thing happened. Crunchyroll tweeted out the trailer for it, and I was like, you know what? I'll watch it, and it looks pretty cool. Like the poster, as you can see, is like all done in watercolor, and some of the like art in the anime is like that too. So it's pretty unique, in terms of like its artwork. Nonetheless, the summary says living isn't easy. When Haruito awakens, he's in the dark. He doesn't know where he is, why he is here, and where he came from. Around him, there are several men and women who have the same circumstances. Together they advance forward away from the darkness, and the world they've never seen before, called Grimgar, spreads out before them. Memories, money, special powers, this is the reality we who have none of those things have obtained. It's action, adventure, drama, fantasy. Seems pretty cool. It's kind of generic, low-key, I'm not going to lie about that, but I think I'm going to like it. I saw the trailer, it looks pretty cool. There's a little bit of fan service in there. I won't lie to you guys, but I'm definitely going to be giving episode 1 a chance. It seems pretty cool. And yo, I didn't even know ANICHART has these things. You can like check mark them. Yo, I should have been doing this from the beginning. Oh well. We'll do it next time. But yeah, I think I'm going to be giving episode 1 a chance. I saw the trailer. Looked pretty good. A1 Pictures. Fucking solid. So we'll have to take it from there. Next we have Aruchika Haruta to Chika wa Seishun Suro. It's an anime adaptation of the Haruchika series novel by Sei Hatuno, which revolve around 2 high school students named Haruta and Chika, who are members of a wind instrument club that is on the verge of being shut down. The 2 are childhood friends, and they spend their days practicing hard while also trying to recruit new members. When a certain incident happens within their school, they work hard to solve it. It's mystery, romance, school, slice of life. I like slice of life. Mystery is always cool to me. School settings are like whatever. And the romance, I mean, it is what it is. It's by PA Works. To be honest, I haven't heard much about that studio. I haven't heard much about this anime either. So I don't know. We'll We'll have to. Oh, excuse me. Jeez, I just sneezed. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like super stuffed up today. I don't know why, but we'll have to see. I don't know. That's a maybe. That's definitely a maybe. Moving on, we have Kono Shurabashi Sekai ni Shokufuku Woo. Probably said that wrong. It's based on a light novel, and the popular alternate world home comedy centers around Kazuma Sato, a hikikomori, shut-in, die-hard fan of games, anime, and manga. Yeah, so she's like an otaku. A traffic accident brings his disappointingly brief life to an end, or it should have been, but he wakes up seeing a beautiful girl who introduces herself as a goddess. Hey, I have some good news. Would you like to go to an alternate world? You may only bring one thing you like with you. He responds, so I'll bring you. Oh my, yo, what a player. God damn, what type of... Yo, this man says you can only bring one. He says, I'll bring you, honey. God, whoa, what a fucking... Yo, gee shit, that's like... Just drop thug life on him. What the fuck? That's hilarious, yo. With that, he is transported to another world, and his great adventure subjugating the Demon King begins. But first, the hard work of finding food, clothing, and shelter begins. Kazuma wants to live in peace, but the goddess raises one problem after another, and then the Demon King army has his eyes set on him. Adventure, comedy, fantasy, romance, shonen, supernatural by Studio Dean. Yo, low-key, just because of that one line, I think I want to watch this anime just to see it live. This man said, I'm dead, I have to go to another world, I gotta bring one thing, there's a fine-ass biddy in front of me, I'm gonna take you. Yo, what is that, dude? Honestly, I think I'm gonna be watching episode 1 just because of that. Like, yo, that's the type of thing, like, when you're writing a summary, like, that's what gets someone to watch the show. Like, that's honestly hilarious. So I definitely think I'll be checking out episode 1 of this anime here. Moving on, we have Kokaku no Pandora. It's based on a manga. The poster looks low-key, I don't even like it, but let's read the summary. In the age where large-scale natural disasters frequently happen all over the world, when cyborgs and autonomous robots are beginning to appear on the market in technologically advanced nations and major world powers compete for technology and resources, the divide between the rich and the poor grows and the future for the poor looks bleak. In this transitional stage, everyone wanders around in a self-indulgent daze and the way out isn't clear. This is the story of how two cybernetically enhanced girls meet. Action, comedy, ecchi, sci-fi. Summary doesn't seem like it's for me. Poster doesn't seem like it's for me either. I don't think I'll be watching this. I don't know. It really depends. But to me right now, at the moment, it's definitely a no. Moving on, we have Luck and Logic. It's an anime original, which is interesting. I think this is the first original we see. In LC 1929... Okay, let's start over. In LC 922, people faced a sudden crisis. In the Tetra Heaven, the land of a legend, 100 years of war had come to a close. The gods who lost the war searched for a new place to live and found it in Septia, the human world, which they proceeded to attack. Okay, they just finished the war, so they're going to attack another place. Sounds good. The logicalists attached to the ALCA, a special police agency whose duty it was to protect cities from assault by foreigners, angels, were compelled to act in defense of cities whether they wished or not, and depending on their ability, logicalists could initiate trance with goddesses from the other world and stand a fighting chance on the battlefield. A civilian named Yoshikaya, who lacked logic and lived happily with his family, was caught up in an attack and took shelter along with many people. He meets a beautiful goddess named Athena. In her hand, she had the logic that Yoshika lacked. Now, both Yoshika and Athena head to their destiny. Okay, so this is by Dogakobo, the studio. It's action fantasy. To be honest, it's kind of, I don't know, like, maybe. It's a maybe right now, simply because, like, the fact that it's an anime original makes me want to watch it, to be honest. The summary's okay. The plot seems whatever. It seems like these angels have come down to attack Earth, and the only way that humans have found a way to fight them is by being able to control other goddesses or other angels. And with those, like, it's kind of like taking over a mecha, except they take over a goddess, and with that body, they're able to fight the other goddess or gods. So I don't know. I think I might give episode 1 a chance. Like I said, simply because it's an anime original. And you don't see those too often. And speaking of which, we have another anime original right here, which is called Macross or Macross with a little triangle. I don't know what that means, but Macross Delta. Oh, it means Delta. I'm dumb. Is set 8 years after the events of Macross F. So I guess this is a season 2, but it says it's an original. But is it like a season 2 of an original? I don't know. I guess we'll just. I guess I'll have to look into it more later. But that's pretty much all the information we have. Action, mecha, military, music, romance, sci-fi. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Moving on, we have Mahou Shoujo Nanta. I'm not even gonna read this whole thing, yo. It's by Pine Jam. And it's comedy magic. Yuzaka Hanami is a young girl who has a few friends, but who can do anything. One day, Yuzuka, I don't know, gets accosted by a strange creature named Mission, who is digging through a trash dump. Mitten tells Yuzuka, "You have the makings of a magical girl," and seems extremely suspicious. When Yuzuka is suddenly transformed into a magical girl, she's wearing a bathing suit. By Studio Pine Jam. I have not heard of them. I don't know. I don't think it's for me, to be honest. I don't think it's for me. Next, we have Mahou Suki Precure by Toei. With the magic words "Cure Up, Ranpa, two worlds will now be connected." It's an original. And that's all the information we have. Fantasy Kids Magic Shoujo. Same thing. It does say it's for kids. And that kind of turns me off because I am no longer a kid. But there has been kid animes that I like in the past, so I don't know. I guess we'll just leave that as a maybe, being as we don't have too much information on it. Next, we have Musaigen no Phantom World by Kyoto Animation. The story takes place in the near future in a world born of human imagination. What humans would call ghosts or monsters appear and they come to be called phantoms. The main character, Horiko Ichijo, is a first year at Hosei Academy, along with his upperclassman Mai Kawakami, who fights phantoms with the ability Spirit of Five Elements. Uzumi Reina, who has the ability Phantom Eater, and Kote Minase, who fights phantoms in solitude. They experience the ups and downs of high school life before a certain incident leads them to the truth of the world. Action, fantasy, supernatural. Poster looks pretty sick. I definitely do like it. Summary is okay. I'm going to leave this one as a maybe, possibly more leaning towards watching episode 1, depending on what you guys say. So we'll just leave that at that. And next we have Norn 9 Norn plus Nonet. The story takes place in a little in the future, guided by one particular song. Young elementary school student Suzura Sorota from the Heisei era is wrapped through a time skip to an unfamiliar place that looks much like towns from the Meiji or Taisho period from his textbooks. In this world, he meets 3 young ladies and 9 young men, and joins them on a journey aboard the mysterious Norn ship, a giant globe that floats in midair. Otamate made the announcement at the Norn 9 with Arc. Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about this one. Like, I think is it a season 2? Like, the summary kind of makes it sound like a season 2. I don't know. We'll just leave that one as a maybe because I'm kind of unsure about it. Romance School Shoujo. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's weird that they're elementary school students. That's number 1. But I don't know. Moving on, we have Nurse Witch Komugi-chan R. And its genre is comedy magic. Again, 2 genres that I'm not really... like magic, I'm not really a fan of that genre, to be honest. Komugi Yoshida is a somewhat clumsy second-year middle school student whose strong point is her spiritness. She performs as an idol like Kokona Sainonji, her classmate and close friend, and Sukara Kizari, an idol who dresses in male clothing. Okay. However, unlike Kokono, whose popularity is skyrocketing, and Tsukasa with her charisma and male attire, Kukumomi's only gigs are low-end ones, those at the local shopping district. Still, Komuji has her dream as she lives her dual lives as an idol and a middle school girl. This is like an idol anime. I honestly don't think it's for me. Like, that's just being honest. Next, we have Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation. I actually know a lot of people that used to play this game. Never played the video game myself. It's based off of the video game. Sci-fi. I don't know. Like, I never played the game, so I don't know. So we'll just leave that as a maybe. Next, we have Prince of Stride Alternative by Madhouse. Yo, you already know Madhouse is OG Bobby Johnson God Studio. It's based on a visual novel. This series revolves around a closed down. Yo, Siri, I hate when I say series and Siri thinks I'm talking to her. My phone just went off. That's what I'm referring to. The series revolves around a closed down stride club at Honan Academy. First year high school students Hakaru Fujiwara and Nana Sakurai attempt to restart the club, but they must recruit 6 members for the team. They ask Riku Yagami to join, but he turns them down by saying that the stride is the one thing he doesn't want to do. However, Takuro and Nana drag Riku into the club room and try to convince him. So this is by Madhouse. It's a sports anime. Sports anime, for those that don't know, is my favorite genre. And with those 2 things alone, I'm watching episode 1. It's by Madhouse. I love sports. We're watching this. Summary seems pretty cool. It's called the Stride Club. I guess that refers to like running. I've never seen a running anime now that I think about it. So I think that sounds good. My nose, dude. I think that sounds good. We'll definitely be watching episode 1 of Prince of Stride Alternative. Next we have Rei Kanzan Hoshikuzo Tachi no Utaj. Low key, this guy in this poster looks like Edward Elric, dude. Since its founding in the year 4233 of the 9 Providence calendars, the Spirit Sword Clan has been producing first-class martial arts talent. 2,000 years later, the clan, which adheres to the principles of peace and spiritual development, seeks to find a new disciples by holding a grand tournament. One of these candidates is a 12-year-old Wang Lu by Studio Dean. We don't have any genres, and I think this was recently added to the ANICHART too. And it's not based on like a manga visual novel. It just says other. I don't know what that means. So right now, I guess we'll just leave that as a maybe, being as we don't have more information. Although the summary seems pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and low key, because he looks like Edward Elric, I kind of want to watch it. So we'll leave that as a maybe, and we'll just have to wait for more information. Next we have Saijoko Muhai no Bahamut, based on a light novel. The story of the light novel series revolves around Lux, a former prince of an empire named Arcadia that was overthrown via rebellion 5 years earlier. Lux accidentally trespasses in a female dormitory bathing area, sees the kingdom's new princess Lisharte naked, and incurs her wrath. Okay, that's already throwing me off. Too etchy for me. Lisharte then challenges Lux to a dragon ride duel. Dragon rides are ancient armored mechanical weapons that have been excavated from ruins all around the world. Lux used to be called the strongest Dragonite, but now he's known as the undefeated weakest Dragonite because he will absolutely not attack in battle. After his duel with Lisharte, Lux ends up attending the female-only academy that trains royals to be Dragonites. Okay, so he's a boy going to a female-only academy. Low-key, that's a dream, but it's kind of weird. It's action, ecchi, fantasy, harem, romance, supernatural. No, my nose. Fuck. I'm not that big of a fan of harems. Not that big of a fan of ecchi. So I don't know. Like, maybe. That's pretty much what we're going to leave it at. Next, we have Schwarzmarken. The events in Schwarzmarken take place in 1983. The East German Army TFX Squadron Schwarzmarken Black Marks are special forces unit tasked with assaulting beta forces through unconventional tactics. Specifically, they target Lux and Magnus Lux to deny the beta advantage of ranged firepower. Okay, so there's mechas. Like, you can see a mecha in the poster. The orders are given the topmost priority, such that it is common practice for the 666 to ignore allied distress calls that will result in deviation from their original mission, even if only for a short moment. The squadron mostly operates MiG-21s, with their squadron commander piloting a different mecha. So it's action mecha, military, sci-fi setting. I kind of like that this is set in the past. I haven't really seen many anime set in the past. I am a fan of mecha. Mecha is cool. IMO. And I think we'll leave this one as a maybe. If I have time, definitely check out episode 1 with you guys. But I think I did not mention this, but every time I say I'm going to be watching episode 1, I'm definitely going to be watching it on the channel with you guys. Just so you know. Alright, next we have Shoujo. That's not how you spell Shoujo, though, so I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Shoujo tachi wa koya wo mazasu. In this story, Buntara is a student who wants to be something but doesn't know what. One day, his female classmate Sayuki announces she is working on a Bishoujo game. Sayuki scouted him because he wrote a good script for the drama club, but Buntaro doesn't know anything about Bishou games. This is based on school. Low-key kind of sounds like Seikano because they're making a video game. It's by Project Number 9. On the poster, we see that there's a good mixture of female and male characters. That's something I like to see. So, maybe, definitely maybe. I don't really know, but we'll leave it as a maybe. I'm definitely going to be looking into all of these animes more in depth, and I think I'm going to do like a top 5 anime that I'm looking forward to in the winter 2015 season. So that should be pretty cool, and we'll have to see for that. And finally, we have our last new anime coming this season, which is Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu by Studio Dean. Yo, why does Studio Dean have so many like anime? Yo, Studio Dean, I've never heard of them, to be honest, and they have like 5 animes this season. Yo, okay, so this is based on a manga, and the first story revolves around a mature prisoner who was released on a good behavior during Japan Showa Genroku era, 1960s to early 1970s. So another anime set in the past. He is called Yotaru by others, a term that means anti-hero or a dim-witted man. When he returns to society, he starts a new life in Rakugo comic storytelling. Touched by Yakuma's role as a Grim Reaper, he asked the master to take him in as an apprentice. So this is drama josei. I don't even know what josei means. I don't know. And this is like based on like samurais and stuff too. I am a sucker for samurais, so I think we'll leave this one as a maybe, and we'll have to decide later. And finally, we have the fall leftovers. On the fall leftovers, as you guys know, the only thing that I have been watching is Haikyuu, so of course that will continue in the winter 2016 anime. Looking over to the TV shorts, I don't think I'm going to be watching any of these, mostly because like I don't think any TV shorts last season even got signed by like Crunchyroll, Funimation, or anything. So I don't think I'm going to be watching any TV shorts. And finally, moving on to the movies. Oh wait, what happened to the OVAs? Okay, I guess that's after a movie. So finally, moving on to the movies, we have the Digimon Adventures Try that should be coming out. I think they said like March, middle of March. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. So eventually, like, we'll be watching Digimon Adventures Try. I still haven't watched the Code Geass movies. I really want to start watching those. I want to see the Initial D movies too, but I still haven't found time for those. But if I find time, we'll definitely be watching those. And for the OVAs, the only thing that I might be watching is the red-haired princess with the snow princess with red hair. I think that's the name of the anime. I've probably been saying it wrong this whole time, but I think that's what we will be watching. So that's pretty much everything. I'll have a detailed list in the comment section below. Be sure to let me know what you think I should watch this season in the comment section below. I definitely want to watch more anime this season than I did last season, or the season that's... And I want to watch more anime in the winter season than I did in the fall season, because I only saw 4 anime this season, and most of them were season 2s, with the only one not being a season 2 being One Punch Man. So definitely let me know your suggestions in the comment section below. Like I said, I'm going to be looking more into the series that we looked into here today and making like a top 5 anime that I'm looking forward to in winter 2015. And I don't think I'm going to add any season 2s in that list. So yeah, that should be fun. And with that being said, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video or in any of my other videos if that's your thing. And as always, thanks for watching this with me. And actually, let me put myself up here. Check this. Bam! Okay, that did nothing actually. Wait, check this. Bam! Okay. So, I'm on the top. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed watching this with me, because likes really mean a lot. I really appreciate them. And with all that being said, as always, Thanks for watching this with me, and keep being you.